Good morning, first grade. It is May 1st. Can you believe that? That means a couple of things, right? That means we have been out of school for 6 weeks and we really miss you. But that also means that we are a few weeks away from summer. So this is kind of an interesting month, isn't it? Today, I'm going to do a read aloud with you. And this time I'm not going to stop in the middle. I'm just going to see at the end if you can retell what happened in the story. And remember, retell means to say the important events in order. So use words like first, next, then, after that, finally, and last. And just tell what happened in the story. And remember, kiss. Keep it short, sweeties. All right, today I'm reading one of my favorite books to you. It is called Alexander, Who Used to Be Rich Last Sunday. Alexander is one of my favorite characters, and the author is Judith Viorst. The illustrator is Ray Cruz. And this book and all of the Alexander books really crack me up. There's a movie that was made a few years ago, so possibly that could be something that you do if you really like this book. And the movie was called Alexander and the Horrible, Terrible, No Good, Very Bad Day, which is another Alexander book. I might have to read that one to you too. But this book is called Alexander, Who Used to Be Rich Last Sunday. And this book is fictional, but it's realistic fiction because it could be something that really could happen. It isn't fair that my brother Anthony has $2 and 3/4 and 1 dime and 7 nickels and 18 pennies. It isn't fair either that my brother Nicholas has $1 and 2/4 and 5 dimes and 5 nickels and 13 pennies. It isn't fair because what I've got is bus tokens. And most of the time, what I've mostly got is bus tokens. And even when I'm very rich, I know that pretty soon what I'll have is bus tokens. I know because I used to be rich last Sunday. Last Sunday, Grandma Betty and Grandpa Louie came to visit from New Jersey. They brought lox because my father likes to eat lox. They brought plants because my mother likes to grow plants. And they brought $1 for me and $1 for Nick and $1 for Anthony because Mom says it isn't nice to say this, but we like money a lot, especially me. My father told me to put the $1 away for college. He was kidding. Anthony told me to use the $1 to go downtown to a store and buy a new face. Anthony stinks. Nikki said to take the $1 and bury it in a garden, and in a week a new Dollar Tree would grow. Ha ha ha. Mom said if I really want to buy a walkie-talkie, save my money. Saving money is hard. Because last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I went to Pearson's drugstore and got bubble gum. And after the gum stopped tasting good, I got more gum. And after that gum stopped tasting good, I got more gum. And even though I told my friend David I'd sell him all the gum in my mouth for a nickel, he still wouldn't buy it. Goodbye, 15 cents. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I bet that I could hold my breath till 300. Anthony won. I bet that I could jump from the top of the stoop and land on my feet. Nikki won. I bet that I could hide this purple marble in my hand and my mom would never guess which hand I was hiding it in. I didn't know that moms made children pay. Goodbye, another 15 cents. I absolutely was saving the rest of my money. I positively was saving the rest of my money, except that Eddie called me up and said that he would rent me his snake for an hour. I always wanted to rent his snake for an hour. Goodbye, 12 cents. Anthony said, when I'm 99, I still won't have enough for a walkie-talkie. Nick said, I'm too dumb to be let loose. My father said that there are certain words a boy can never say, no matter how ratty and mean his brothers are. My father fined me 5 cents each for saying them. Goodbye, dime. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, by accident I flushed 3 cents down the toilet. A nickel fell through a crack when I walked on my hands. I tried to get the nickel back out with the butter knife and also my mother's scissors. Goodbye, 8 cents. And the butter knife. And the scissors. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I found this chocolate candy bar just sitting there. I rescued it from being melted or smushed, except the way that I rescued it was from being melted or smushed was that I ate it. How was I supposed to know it was Anthony's? Goodbye, 11 cents. I absolutely was saving the rest of my money. I positively was saving the rest of my money, but then Nick did a magic trick that made my pennies vanish in the air. The trick to bring them back he hasn't learned yet. Goodbye, 4 cents. Anthony said that even when I'm 99, I still won't have enough for a walkie-talkie. Nick said they should lock me in a cage. My father said that there are certain things a boy can never kick, no matter how ratty and mean his brothers are being. My father made me pay 5 cents for kicking it. Goodbye, nickel. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, Kathy around the corner had a garage sale. I positively only wanted to look. I looked at a half-melted candle. I needed that candle. I looked at a bear with one eye. I needed that bear. I looked at a deck of cards that was perfect except for no 7 of clubs and no 2 of diamonds. I didn't need that 7 or that 2. Goodbye, 20 cents. I absolutely was saving the rest of my money. I positively was saving the rest of my money. I absolutely positively was saving the rest of my money, except for I needed to get some money to save. I tried to make a tooth fall out. I could put it under my pillow and get a quarter. No loose teeth. I looked in Pearson's telephone booth for nickels and dimes that people sometimes forget. No one forgot. I brought some non-returnable bottles down to Friendly's Market. Friendly's Market wasn't very friendly. I told my grandma and grandpa to come back soon. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I used to have $1. I do not have $1 anymore. I've got this dopey deck of cards. I've got this one-eyed bear, and I've got a melted candle. And some bus tokens. All right, have you ever felt rich when you've had some money and then maybe spent it on silly things? I think we've done that before, right? And it is hard to save your money. I know that I try to make my kids save their money. They have a save jar and a spend jar and then a give jar that they give to help people, but it's really hard for them to save money. So see if you can think back to Alexander and think about what happened in the story. What happened first, next, then, and last. All right, boys and girls, it is Friday, so have a good weekend, and I will see you next week.